big smile today. Were you expecting this?
I was expecting, but the numbers have exceeded even my imagination.
Oh, I thought you said not enough. You wanted more.
No, I had predicted around 254 and people were laughing at me. And they said, what is your moderate figure? I said 240. So I made a joke of myself, but I think the figures are proving me to be right.
Meenakshi Lekhi ji, I have to tell you I did better than you. We have a group of 25 editors that go traveling, and at the end we have to write down our forecast.
Okay.
And my forecast for the BJP was the highest of the group, and I said 266. So I did better than you, but not enough. But I wrote 266, yeah. Because it was very apparent when you went around.
Yeah. We'll hold you to that, by the way. You'll have to produce proof that you actually wrote 266.
It's there. It's all there. It's all documented.
Unfortunately, I've got the piece of paper.
Unfortunately.
You also have my prediction, which is close to 300.
300, yeah, that you were about to say that. So, Meenakshi Lekhi ji, you won't answer this also about the chief ministerial candidate?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But one thing I'm very sure of, the people who can garner this kind of support and pull this kind of victory will make a absolutely fantastic decision for the state of UP.
Right. Yeah, I think it's nobody knows except the really topmost leadership. But in terms of one of the things that can we look forward to is the BJP in UP. We're talking about Sabke Saath, but you didn't have a single Muslim MP. MLA candidate. Will they be reaching out? Because there was some talk. I think even Amit Shah said we will have some ministers who are Muslims. So is that going to be a new face of the BJP?
I am very sure. I'm very sure that there will be few MLCs and all. So while in election you have to see the electoral victory, but when it comes to having equations, you can have various equations, and that relationship can come through MLCs.
Right.
Meenakshi, I also want to take you back a little bit, or pull out a little bit to the national implications of this victory. I mean, a couple of things happen straight away. One is that this will see you get many more numbers in the Rajya Sabha. This is what the BJP, was aiming for, and now, as and when the next time when you get the next set of elections, your numbers will go up significantly. Closer to us, we already have the presidential elections coming up. So, do you see those two areas, the BJP entering in a much stronger position?
Absolutely. I think that was one of the motivations, apart from, of course, the electoral victory itself is a motivation, but these two factors would have weighed very heavy in the minds of strategists, that at least we need, if major changes happening in legislation or any other place, or break through in the Rajya Sabha, the kind of opposition we were faced with, we need to get the numbers on the table, and I think this is exactly how they would have worked at.
So, Meenakshi Lekhi, what was the difference between, in your just analysis, in what happened in UP versus Bihar and Delhi? What changed?
The change was, I think, in the minds of people also, because people did play around with certain ideas and the results were not very positive, and whereas central government through Mr. Modi was performing extremely well during this interregnum, and we internally would have reworked our strategy also.
Yeah, that's what I was in your reworking. What did you rework?
I think selection of candidates based on local factors, and no other factor and no other proximity would really get you the ticket unless you were a winning candidate.
Just one thing I wanted to ask you, Meenakshi, is that Shekhar suggested one of the factors behind the BJP's victory was polarization, that this became in the end a Hindu-Muslim election. Would you agree with that at all? And would you say that somewhere along the line, the BJP... It also became. The BJP, there were some attempts at polarization midway through the campaign, perhaps not in the same strident manner that we saw in Bihar, but certainly it was there.
No, I don't think there was any polarization factor which was there, but the results have proved that Mr. Modi is a very unifying figure, above caste, above religion, and everybody wants India to be transformed, and that transforming India is the only motivation which has brought people across caste and religious factors together on the development agenda.
Put it another way, in fact, I'm very, very terrified to say anything opposite to Shekhar, but could it be that it was less polarized than Bihar? Bihar, you had the front page covers with women holding a cow, and it was a much more polarizing election.
Polarizing
than UP.
campaign.
Sorry.
But it wasn't such a polarized electorate.
That's right. See, that's why I'm scared to.
That's why I'm scared of arguing with you.
So, was this a less? I mean, there were one or two instances, but it wasn't very high-pitched Hindu-Muslim kind of campaign. Did that help you? Did that help you?
No, obviously the factors, what happened in Bihar, if I remember correctly, akhlaq and other factors were brought in, and complete derailment of development agenda, what was happening. And I think this time we were smarter in predicting how the opposition wanted to change the narrative, and we did not allow that.